to be given the chance to speak with you about the achievement of the 150 people who are graduating today. In a few moments, we have made many sacrifices to get to this point. Let us go back in time now for a brief timeline of what we have done here in terms of RMC, with lots of hopes and dreams in their minds and lots of fear in their hearts. We were welcomed by the cadavers. The most important welcome of all, ragging. A dreadful period, a nightmare, a rite of passage every fresher has to go through. One would do anything to avoid it, but will ultimately fail because all seniors were once juniors themselves. All of us have had our fair share of ragging with funny experiences, embarrassing moments, and some unmentionable incidents. August 19th, all of us got together for the first time unofficially outside college, a small get-together where we christened ourselves with the name RONINS. The get-together wasn't enough for us. We had our first batch picnic in Yanam, where we hung out all day, played games, and got to know each other a little bit more. Time flies when you're in college and among friends, and suddenly we come to our first major roadblock, our first ever university exams. It's do or die time. The fear of failing, along with the surmounting pressure of the subjects, led to an unimaginable display of mixed emotions from all of us. Some of us cried, some of us cursed, some disappeared in the depths of the books, and some waved white flags. We had our first night outs, and I'm sure most of us had our first nightmares back then as well. Our dreadful seniors, whom we literally hated all throughout the year, became our knights in shining armor and guardian angels who helped us cruise through the most stressful time in college life. Exams were done, results were out, and most of us came safely to the other side. Our batch was branded as one of the stud batches. Second year, December 6th, 2006. 134 eager minds entered the Government General Hospital for the first time with lots of enthusiasm and zeal. All of us were excited beyond imagination. We had to attend the clinical wards and be up close and personal with the patients. We embraced the doctor image with the white coat and the stethoscope. We had to take patient histories, examine them, and come to our own conclusions. This was our ultimate aim, and we definitely took our first step in reaching this aim in the second year wards. In second year, which is actually 1.5 years, we were greeted by pathogens, drugs, microbes, and the aura of death. Relax, I hope I didn't scare you. I was only referring to the subjects we had to study: pharmacology, microbiology, pathology, and forensic. We had 1.5 years till our exams, so this was time to relax and chill out a little. We planned for another picnic, Maredumalli this time. I would have to say this was the perfect picnic location, the memory of which is still fresh and imprinted in our minds. The happy days of our life were beginning. We were seniors now. We had to answer to no one, and we were not on the receiving end of anything. We did our fair share of ragging as well. Internals, occasional reading, birthday parties, roaming and exploring Kakinada and its surroundings, second show movies, late night chatting and batting, whatnot. This was the perfect time for any and everything one aspired to do without the parents to keep them in check. Freedom at its best, with mummy and daddy not to say a word. We got to experience life on our own, to do things on our own, and to enlighten ourselves with the world and its workings. Came September 2007 and brought with it a P, package holiday, U, unreal, L, we were longing for it, S, surreal, and E, we envisaged it. Yes, I am talking about Pulse. Every medico in his second year is invited to attend the annual event called Pulse in AIIMS, Delhi, the mecca for medical education in our country. We bought new clothes, packed our bags, and shined our shoes as we were getting ready for 2 weeks of bliss. We roamed almost all of North India, covering all the major famous locations: Akshardham and Lotus temples in Delhi, the Agra Taj Mahal, river rafting in Haridwar, discoing in Malali, snow fights in Rohtang Pass, shopping in Palika Bazaar, and I can go on and on. Sometimes you can't really talk about the great things because you were too busy living them. And the best part of it was with friends. 2007 had a lot more to offer. Just as we were recovering from the nostalgia of Pulse, our college's Golden Jubilee celebrations and intermediates began. We invited medicos from all over the state to celebrate with us this event, which we were very fortunate to be a part of. The campus was buzzing with activity 24/7.
Sports, cultural events, competitions, fights, disagreements, college favoritisms, we saw it all. It was one hell of a roller coaster ride. We ended 2007 by being host to a grand medical exhibition where we opened our doors to the public and imparted whatever little wisdom we could. It was our first minor contribution to society. Second year was almost over and tragedy struck our batch with the demise of one of our classmates, one Miss Srujana. She was an ever smiling and charming girl. May her soul rest in peace. Exams came and went and blessed us with good marks. Third year, we were now in the first of a two-part final year. Our subjects were ENT, ophthalmology, and community medicine. 50% of our college life is over. We look back and find lots and lots of memories, but look forward to even more memorable ones. We went to Araku for a weekend, our last picnic together. Sparks was our third year cultural fest. There was an explosion of talent from our batch on this very stage with some outstanding and unforgettable performances. We successfully organized and won a well-deserved overall championship that year. Fourth year, final year had finally arrived. It was time to get serious with our studies. We made the library and reading rooms our second home, ward postings, classes, case examinations, and books. This was basically our world. We did have our share of fun in our college and cultural fest ecstasy. In spite of the pressure and what final year demanded out of us, we laid back during those 2 weeks and gave all we could, and we were again crowned cultural champions. The monstrous, grueling, soul-crushing exams were finally here, the memories of which nobody can forget. The vastness of the subjects and the pressure of performing well got to us all. Nevertheless, our stud batch came out with flying colors. We were doctors now. Internship. Those two letters, Dr., DR, were tagged to our name, and they will remain so for the rest of our lives from then on. Internship exposed us to a hands-on, one-on-one experience with patient care. This period gave us knowledge, authority, power, and privilege. It gave us a sense of satisfaction in knowing that a poor, almost helpless person was benefiting from what little you were doing. We successfully completed 1 year of training in every field of medicine, acquiring the basic skills required to attend to any person seeking medical attention. We are proud to say that we are qualified enough to act as a first-line personnel. Today, we take a big step into power. With our white coats, teaching lessons, and our stethoscopes, we enter today a life of new and vast privilege. We may not notice our power at first. We will not always feel powerful or privileged, but this will be true. In return for our years of learning and our dedication to a life of service and our willingness to take an oath to that duty, society will give us access and rights that it gives to nobody else. Society will allow us to hear secrets from frightened human beings that they are too scared to tell anyone else. Society will permit us to use drugs and instruments that can do great harm as well as great good. Society will give us special titles and space of privilege. Today, as we graduate, the realizations that we achieved the degree, survived the long tumultuous years, and are now finally doctors is truly overwhelming. Rangaraya has been home for us, nurturing and molding us to the best of its capability. It is now our time to step out and shine, give back some honor that it so rightly deserves. We leave this place with many a trace. The rooted RONINS have made their mark. We are also happy to inform you that we have opened a RONINS Trust. Each and every one of the 150 members has pooled money to aid medical students suffering from grave medical problems. Finally, a quote. Don't be dismayed by goodbyes. A farewell is necessary before you can meet again. And meeting again after moments or lifetimes is certainly for those who are friends. Farewell, fellow RONINS, and all the best with your future endeavors. Thank you.